So, me, I wanted to, like, I guess, stop smoking cannabis, right? And I had set this goal because, I felt like I was doing it too much. It had kind of taken over me in a way to where there were things that I couldn't do until I smoked. Like I couldn't eat, I couldn't work, I couldn't do anything, if I'm being honest, unless I smoked first. And I really wanted to work on that because, the more I smoke or consume cannabis, check this out, the more I think about the things that I would like to change, in my life or whatever. And I see these things in a way to where it's like my mind slows down enough to where, I can actually like come up with a plan to be over it, right? And, what I also found was that when I would get sick, like, where your chest is all weird and all that, whatever, I get sick, I could stop. And so I had got sick not so long ago, pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And so I went like, was that 2 weeks without eating? No, not 2 weeks. 7 days without eating. 2 weeks was just straight like blood bleeding. Like I went through something crazy, right? But like during that time, I didn't smoke. I didn't smoke because I didn't want to make things worse. I wanted to just focus on the here and now, be present for my body, and be willing to do the things that it's asking it to do, so that I could save it. Because it was sick. It was doing pretty bad, right? And so I was able to go without smoking for definitely 30 days. Oh man, it was a while. And so what ended up happening was I ended up taking a puff with one of my good clients or whatever, because that's what we do. We smoke. And then while I'm doing their hair, we talk. We talk. We talk about the things that we want to change, and we come up with a plan. We come up with a solution. And so when I'm with that person, that's our thing. And so I was feeling good enough at the time, and I was just like, I'm only gonna do a little bit, hit it, and I was just like, oh man, okay. And then so that's when I started thinking about all the things that I needed to change again, instead of being in the present moment. You see what I'm saying? And so what happened then after that was like, because I knew that there was things that I wanted to change, I would keep smoking, so that way I could come up with a plan. You know what I mean? To make things a little bit better, right? And then before I know it, here I go again, every day, multiple times a day, in my head, thinking about the things that I need to change, and trying to come up with a plan. And as I do this, the world passes me by. Because if I'm not doing this, if I'm not thinking about the things that I need to change and trying to come up with a plan, I'm actually doing those things for my body's survival. You know what I mean? Those things that I need to do in order for my body to survive. Whoa. That really blew my mind. You know what I mean? And I just kind of came to that this morning, and that's kind of why I just like hit the record button, because I know there's a lot of brothers and sisters that like, for real, we get caught up on the things that we need to change and come up with a plan. You know what I mean? We're real good with that. So good that we're letting the present world, the present moment, the things that are like right in front of us pass us by. Now, when I was doing these things, to me, my behavior fell on the ADHD spectrum. Okay? So it was like, balance. Balance. Everything in moderation. So my prayer was, I say, Lord, I want to quit smoking so much. I don't want to say I don't want to smoke, because that's too much pressure at this time. I say, but Lord, I want to slow it down. You know what I mean? And that's when I came to this conclusion. If and when you smoke, be prepared to be delivered. Now, if you know the work that it takes in order to get delivered from something, you might make another choice. You know what I mean? In that moment, because in that moment, do you really want to be delivered from something in that moment? Not that moment. Maybe in the morning. Maybe at night. Maybe just with communing with others. Maybe only on your birthday. Hey, maybe never. Because there's a lot of people who don't need it to do that. Actually, when they do smoke, life is, no, it does not work for those people. And y'all know who you are, and God bless you. You are okay where you are, baby. You don't have to smoke. You don't have to smoke. You already know what we're going through. That's why we're smoking. You know what I'm saying? So you already know what we're going through. So we're in this together. And so we just got to, make sure we're treating each other, kind and, with love and respect and, just honor for who they are. We got to keep making sure we operate that way. Because, some of us, man, we are in the process of being delivered, because we are just thinking about all the things that we need to change and trying to make a plan. Doing it so much, man, till we never actually get to the plan. We never actually finish the plan, because we're on to the next thing, because there's so many things that we can think about that need to be changed in our lives. But this is what I've learned from being in the present moment, is that moment is there to help you thrive. So if you have time to do something like smoke, you also have time to do something like I've been doing, in the mornings now, is dancing and, lifting weights. Now, I might smoke before, you know what I mean? So while I'm dancing and lifting weights, you know what I mean? I'm working it out. I'm working it out. So when it's all said and done, that day, you see what I'm saying? Jesus is Lord. So